Welcome back to Mr. Dixon's Arrested Developments. I've been sick the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. Well, not weeks, a week and a half, whatever. Anyway, I didn't do last Sunday because I was sick, so I didn't do it. But we're recording today, which is a Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Not that it means anything to me. I don't follow sports whatsoever, football or any other sport. Anyway, we're going to read some good Arresteds. I got a bunch of them here. We'll go through them. I'm just going to have my gin and tonic. Good stuff. All right. I'll drink some more as we go along. All right. This is our first story. Can you guess? Can you guess who's been arrested? Can you? Can you? You know you can. That's right. Youth pastor. Youth pastor arrested for unlawful drug delivery. This is from WHTM. WHTM. Radio, TV, I have no idea. There's Shermandale, Pennsylvania. The Dixon County Drug Task Force charged a Perry County youth pastor with several drug-related offenses. According to the task force, 66-year-old, 66? He's a youth pastor? Youth pastors are supposed to be in their 20s or something. I mean, they're not technically the youths. They're pastoring to youth, but who is a 66-year-old youth pastor? What the fuck? 66-year-old Harry Maxwell is charged with unlawful delivery of controlled substances and criminal use of a communication facility. Both are felonies. Criminal use of a communication facility. What the hell was that? All right, well, let's keep reading, Joe. Detective Gary W. Flynn. Gary W. Flynn? Is that Flynn? Whatever. Charged that Maxwell illegally sold oxycodone, a Schedule II substance, in Lower Paxton Township. Officers say Maxwell is a youth pastor who counsels young people on the dangers of illicit drugs. He warns them, like, don't buy from those dealers. Buy from me. I get the good shit. I got oxycodone. That made Rush Limbaugh deaf. I mean, that's good shit. Officers say Maxwell's youth pastor, blah, blah, blah. As with all criminal charges, these are mere allegations, and the defendant remains presumed innocent until proven guilty. Wow, somebody's been sued before, I guess. And that's that story. Okay, sorry, I had two stories on one page. This is a new story here. This is from the state. From the state. State what? I don't know. That's not the comedy group. I know that, but it's just a website I saw this on, and it's called The State. Former Midlands youth pastor charged with sexually assaulting teenager. A former youth pastor at a Midlands church was arrested and charged Tuesday for allegedly assaulting a teenager. Sexually assaulting a teenager. Richard Allen Taylor, 69. Again with the what? This is not intentional. Why are all these people old today? Was charged with criminal sexual conduct. When this motherfucker, well, the other one was 66, this one 69. How long have these guys been doing this, you think, before they finally got caught? They're old. They're really old. I don't know how long they've been youth pastors, but there's no way this is their first offense. Richard Allen Taylor, especially the oxycodone guy, he's got to have been selling drugs for years. Richard Allen Taylor, allegedly. Richard Allen Taylor, 69, was charged with criminal sexual conduct in the third degree. Not the first, not the second, but the third degree. That's the worst sort of degrees. And common law assault and battery. I thought it was common law marriage. You don't have common law assault, I guess. And battery of a high and aggravated nature. It was high and aggravating. I find most crimes aggravating. According to the Richard County Sheriff's Department. Taylor was a youth pastor at Dutch Fork Baptist Church, where he allegedly assaulted a 17-year-old young man on multiple occasions between 1989 and 1991, the Sheriff's Department said. Church has completely turned over since then, said Chuck McAllister, who has been a senior pastor at Dutch Fork Baptist for the past 6 months. Well, 6 months is enough time to clean things up with your pedo pastors. Added that he wouldn't know Taylor if he walked through the door of the church. This happened to the pastor of the church. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. It's the same God, isn't it? You think he would know this? Why is that hardly off the hook here? I don't know. Get out of here. That's those two stories. Two. Let me get another gin and tonic. I don't know. It's the same one, but drink some more. I had the strep throat. I'm still on medication, but I can drink. I had the strep throat, so I was like, I can't record. How can I record anything? I got the strep throat. My hair is also a mess, and my shirt says like a little titty thing, so I'm just gonna wear a jacket. Now you know the whole background. All right, here we go. Doesn't explain the red glasses. God only knows why I do that. This is from the CatholicPhilly.com. Former Chad's Ford pastor arrested on drug theft charges. Another druggie. Good stuff. If they only did drugs, they'd be much better ministers. Like, oh, I see Jesus. I see God. Thanks to the Oxycontin. Ooh. Where was I? Monsignor Gregory J. Parlente, 61, another old fuck, former pastor of St. Cornelius Church in Chandford, was arrested Thursday, January 25th. Remember, these are backed up stories here, for allegedly stealing money from church collection and using it to buy drugs and drug paraphernalia online. Well, at least he wasn't fucking kids. That is an improvement, believe it or not. The priest had resigned as pastor from the Delaware County Parish last May to recover from what he told parishioners in a church bulletin announcement was a near-death illness in order to devote my time to becoming well. Getting some more of that crack. All right, there's no crack in this. This is the, what did I say? He's like, this is drug paraphernalia. It doesn't say crack. No, nothing in here. Well, it probably is. But no, it doesn't say that. When parish staff subsequently cleaned out his desk May 30th, they discovered a postal package addressed to him and discovered possible evidence of illegal drugs. You can get that shit ordered to you? What the hey? Hey! They actually ordered drugs to him, so they sent it. Well, somebody's got to find out what website this man is using, because not that I would indulge. I'm just curious is all. Pennsylvania State Police executed a search warrant at that time to investigate the contents of the package and discovered drug paraphernalia consisted of clear plastic bags and straws, as well as a white crystalline substance. Oh, not even weed they were sending them. This is something to investigate. Later tests revealed it to be illegal methamphetamine, a highly addictive and destructive stimulant. Methamphetamine. He had the methamphetamine. During the course of their investigation and interviews with parish staff and volunteers, the police allege Monsignor Parlente stole approximately $5,500 in church collections from January to March 2017 and deposited the money into his private bank account. Well, he probably put it to better use of the church, let's be frank. The affidavit of probable cause states Monsignor Parlente was making his narcotics purchase using money from his account via various sources such as PayPal and other forms of electronic transactions and shipping them to the St. Cornelius Rectory. Well, where else is he going to send it? He's going to send. This is where he works and probably where he sleeps, right? Stays. I mean, he's a priest, so he probably stays in the rectory or on the ground somewhere around there. The Philadelphia Archdiocese and the parish have corroborated fully in the investigation, according to a statement January 25th by the Archdiocese. Not Aziz Azari, but a diocese. Monsignor Parlente, who has been a priest of the Archdiocese for 35 years and served as pastor of St. Cornelius for years, faces 2 misdemeanor charges. Not bad for drug charges, 2 misdemeanor charges. Knowing or intentionally possession of a controlled substance and use or possession with intent to use drug paraphernalia, and 1 felony charge. Oh, that's not good. Theft by unlawful taking of deposition. So I guess he lied to them or something. He took an unlawful deposition. I don't know. The current pastor of St. Cornelius, Monsignor David E. Diamond. Oh, that's a Diamond. That's an interesting last name. Communicated convert. I don't know. I mean, I guess anybody can have the last name Diamond. It's like, oh, you can't. Well, you could be a converted Jew, I guess. Although everyone named Diamond isn't Jewish, I guess. Evidently not, because David E. Diamond is a priest here. He's a Monsignor. Was that anti-Semitic? I don't know. I'm just every time I see the last name Diamond, it's usually somebody who's, I'm not trying to say anything. It's just usually someone who's Jewish. And it's a surprise, David E. Diamond is a Monsignor at St. Cornelius. Obviously not a Jew. So I'm just surprised. Maybe through marriage, maybe his dad's a Jewish, I don't know. Stepfather. You know, people intermarry all the time. Communicated news of Monsignor Parlente's arrest with parishioners at all masses last weekend, January 27th to 28th. A parliamentary hearing from Monsignor Parlente is scheduled for February 8th before Magistral District Judge Wendy B. Roberts in Glen Mills, Delaware County. That's all good for him. All right, so he bought the drugs online, and now he's in trouble. And these people snitched. He he told them, listen, I have a problem. I'm not feeling, I got an illness, so I'm going to leave the the parish or whatever for a while. And these motherfuckers look through his desk and like, oh, there's drugs here. Let's snitch and call the cops. What happened to confession? Just go to the confession and say you found this. What a bunch of snitches. He wasn't new kids. Who cares he was taking drugs? You mind your own fucking business. No, seriously. It was like, no one was being harmed. He was doing this to himself. Like, there's no need to bring the cops in. Don't be a snitch. Don't be a snitch. Unless it's, like, obviously, pedophilia. Yeah, that's not snitching. You fucking kids. Gosh, you gotta talk. But there's, like, drugs. Let the guy do his drugs. What kind of bullshit was coming out of his mouth that wouldn't come out even if he wasn't on drugs? I mean, he's reading from the Bible, for pity's sake. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be sane. All right, moving on. Oklahoma man pleads guilty to violent rape of 13-year-old at camp gets 15 years probation, which is what you get when you have a violent rape of a 13-year-old. You get 15 years probation. Can you guess the race? All right. Yes, white man. WJBK. That's where I got this from. WJBK. An Oklahoma City man who pleaded guilty to the strip is coming back. An Oklahoma City man pleaded guilty to a brutal rape of a 13-year-old girl at a church camp, was sentenced this week to 15 years probation as part of a plea deal. Okay? Benjamin Petty, very petty and very rapey, 36, pleaded guilty. Well, at least he's young. 36, much better than these old fucks. But he's a rapist. Those guys are just drug users. So, honestly, who was really worse? Him. Benjamin Petty, 36, pleaded guilty to the 2016 charges. According to the victim, Petty was a cook at the church camp she was attending that summer. Oh. I was a cook there. All right, well, he's still at the camp. What the hell? But he's not this is a teacher. I should really read these before I pick them up. He told her he was going to show her to perform tricks on a device he brought to the camp when he pulled her into his cabin, court documents show. The documents goes in a very graphic detail of how he bound the girl's hands behind her back and raped and sodomized her. He also threatened to hurt her if she told anyone about what happened. Well, that's typical rapist behavior. That's definitely the MO. Rape them and then say, hey, if you tell anybody, I'll kill your parents. Classic raping. Classic douchebaggery. Well, much worse than that douchebaggery. Just a real piece of shit. Last week he pleaded guilty to 3 felonies according to News OK. But 15 years, 3 felonies, 15 years probation, why not? In exchange for his guilty plea, Petty was sentenced to 3 15-year suspended sentences to be served concurrently. Murray County District Attorney David Pyle, that's Pyle, right? P-L-I-L-E? Yeah, like Gomer Pyle. Yeah, David Pyle. Negotiated the deal and told News OK, unless that's where this News Oklahoma News OK, I guess that's WJBK, Petty is legally blind, and that was a major factor in his decision not to insist on prison time. Because when you're blind, you rape someone, you're like, well, he can't really see who he's raping, so why would we want to give him a really long time? Come on, this guy's legally blind. What are we gonna put him in jail? He raped someone. Give him probation. I mean, he's blind. Legally blind. It wasn't like he couldn't see what he was raping, so maybe not so bad. What the fuck kind of reasoning is this? The plea was negotiated with their the big thing is Petty is legally blind and the parents of the victim live out of state and the little girl lives out of state and don't want to make all the travels back and forth, Pyle said. The plea was negotiated with their permission. An attorney for the family told News OK the family consented to the plea agreement after the family was told by the district attorney's office that the rapist would not serve any meaningful prison time due to his medical conditions. All of this is wrong on so many fucking levels. Petty will be required to wear an ankle monitor for 24 months, register as a sex offender, and obtain treatment. Treatment for his eyes so he can get better next time when he's raping someone, he can see who they are. The fuck? What a shitty plea deal. What a shitty attorney. Fuck that. You Pyle, whatever his name is. Fuck you, buddy. You're a piece of shit, too. This is another story. The Jersey Journal. You get 3 felonies. Always blind. Listen, hey, look. I'm now blind. Let me rape. Oh, wait. Dark skin? I can't get away with it. What the fuck? The Jersey Journal. I'm like, is that really an excuse for anything? I can't see. I didn't mean to shoplift. I stole this bread from their... I didn't know. I couldn't see, so I grabbed her by the pussy. But I was blind. I didn't know. Ooh, got the pussy. I didn't know. I don't know what I've got right now. I don't know. I'm blind. I can't see. get me in jail for that? When is that? When did that become an excuse? I'm new to that one. That's good. That's good DA work. Good work. The New Jersey Journal, as our news story comes from. This is a North Bergen preacher and self-proclaimed exorcist was predictably convicted. Predictably, this is in the story. I didn't say this. He was predictably convicted Friday. This is not so predictably, people, of bail jumping after he failed to show up for his sentencing for molesting a boy. That one raped the girl. This one molested the boy. It's all genders. For today's show, a handful of Giorgio Martinez's stalwart supporters were present when the guilty verdict was returned around 4:25 p.m. following the short trial before Hudson County Superior Court Judge Murtha Ospina in the Hudson County Administration Building in Jersey City. Martinez flashed a disappointed frown after hearing the jury's verdict. I just raped a boy. I molested a boy. Now I gotta go to jail. I skipped bail. Why am I going to jail? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Unfair. Unfair to me. A rapist. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, he's only convicted. Fuck him. I can say he's a rapist. Martinez flashed a disappointed frown after hearing Friday's verdict. After the jury was dismissed, he glanced at his supporters as though unshaken by the verdict as he was led away. This time, he will await sentencing behind bars. Last time he awaited sentencing outside bars and he ran away. He should have said, I'm blind. I can't see. I didn't know I was molesting a boy. I thought it was a girl. Hey, On February 25th, 2015, Giorgio Martinez, who also described himself as a prophet, they always do, who could speak in tongues, rape, children. I can speak in tongues too. It's not an accomplishment. Was found guilty of touching the 13-year-old's genital area, kissing him on the lips inside the boy's mother's van in 2012. That's some fucking guts. What? I guess the mother stepped out of the van. And she's like, "This, I'm gonna leave this preacher here because my son's the preacher. Nothing. And it's in my van. Surely nothing could happen." And like, this motherfucker's like, "No, I'm gonna be kid, but I'm gonna grab him by the nuts. He doesn't have a pussy, so I gotta grab him by the nuts, and I'm gonna try and kiss him because that's wow. That is some serious balls right there." The 50-year-old. 50. We're back to the old people again. The 50-year-old, I should talk. The 50-year-old was out on bail at the time of the conviction and was allowed to remain free pending sentencing. When the sentencing day rolled around, he was nowhere to be found. Skip bail. Martinez, whom New Jersey advanced media tracked to Nicaragua in early 2016, was arrested in neighboring Honduras in late August that year. He was then transferred to a detention facility in Miami because he fought extradition to New Jersey. He was not returned to Hudson County until a few months later. Trying to fight the extradition and like, hey, what are you talking about? Why would we hold you? Like, you're not a political prisoner or something, motherfucker. Get back to New Jersey and stay there for grabbing the kid by his nuts and trying to kiss him. What the fuck? Dude, find someone your own age. Alright, next and final story, ladies and gentlemen. This is from the San Jose Mercury News. Can you guess who's been arrested? San Jose, a what? That's right, youth pastor arrested for allegedly sending sexual images to a teen girl. They like them young in the church. Suspect was accused of using, I'm reading all the arrests, and the arrests that I see anyway, and none of them are adults. They're all like children for some reason. It's like, not that it'd be okay if they were adults, but I'm like, what? This guy's like, really? I'm gonna be raping, gotta be children too. I gotta cover all. I gotta tick off all the boxes of horribleness. Not enough to I'm raping. I gotta rape children too. really add to the list. I'm scummy. A San Jose youth pastor was arrested last week on suspicion of sending sexually explicit images of himself. Well, sure, to a 13-year-old girl who was part of his congregation that he served, according to San Jose police. Now, this is a great name. Louis Cruz. Not one Cruz. His name is Cruz. C-R-U-Z. That's his last name, Cruz. Louis Cruz, 24. Well, at least he's a young guy. Young pedophile. 24 Fremont is although those guys, the older people were drug addicts, so to be fair. He's a pedo. No drugs. Better to be on the drugs than the pedo. All right, Louis Cruz, 24 at Fremont, was booked into the San Clara County Jail Wednesday on suspicion of 2 counts of sending harmful matter to a minor. Jail records show he's been held on $5,000 bail. By the way, this is where that law should be good. You know, they're like teenage boys or even 13-year-olds. Well, that's teenage, right? Boys sending nude photos to their girlfriends or girlfriends to their boyfriends, and they're all underage. And they charge them both for like being pedophiles. That's not pedophilia. They're kids. They're sending it to each other. You can't accuse them of being involved with child pornography. That's fucking insane. But people will charge them. Fucking asshole prosecutors who will let guys who say, I'm blind, so I can't see I'm raping. That they'll let go. But some child who's like, oh, I'm 15, my girlfriend's 15, we're going to send new photos to each other. No, children shouldn't be doing that, but not pedophiles. That's not pedophilia. If you're fucking someone who's the same age as you are, you're not a pedophile. By definition, the idea of pedophilia is someone's got to be an adult and someone's got to be a child. If you're both the same age, it's not pedophilia. It may not be okay, but it ain't rape and it ain't pedophilia. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Soapbox time. Louis Cruz, 24, I said that already. Anyway, an investigation of the SJPD, that's the San Jose Police Department if you can't figure it out, an investigation by the SJPD, Internet Crimes Against Children and Child Exploitation Detail Task Force, contends that between November and December last year, Cruz sent multiple illicit images to the underage victim. There is no current evidence that the victim sent any in return. Wow, that's a weird thing to add. I'd never even thought that child was like, oh, this grown-ass 24, I mean, he's just like 13. You think 13 is 20? This 24-year-old motherfucker is like sending me nude photos. I don't want to see this shit. I got this police 13-year-old boys can do that for me. Victim and her family, she's probably not even interesting. Of course, with 13, I don't know how the boy crazy they are. Although it might like a 24-year-old, but nonetheless, he shouldn't be. I didn't think the girl was sending anything to him. The victim and her there's no need to put that in the article. The victim and her family attended Iglesia Adventista del Séptimo Día San Jose. San Jose Seventh-day Adventist Church. 7-day Adventist. 7 days of trying to fuck kids. No, sorry, that's not right. Where Cruz worked as a youth pastor, police said. Cruz was arrested in Fremont, and an examination of his electronic devices suggests that he might have sent similar illicit material to other minors. You think? Really? Just not one kid? He just did it to others? That's unusual. No, not unusual. They always do that. Sergeant Enrique Garcia said, that's what Enrique Garcia, which is just not Garcia, just Garcia. Garcia encouraged congregants to talk with their children about any possible contact with Cruz. That should be a ban. We want to encourage kids to be honest so proper action can be taken by law enforcement, he said. Parents need to tell their children that they won't be held responsible for the suspect's actions. Why would the kids think that? Someone sent me like new for why would I as even a child, I don't think I would. Why would I assume I'm the one at fault? He preyed on children and parents need to support their kids and ensure he doesn't do this to other children. Well, he's not going to be anybody. He's in jail now. North Bergen preacher. Oh, sorry. That's another story, which I already read. All right. So that's it. That is Arrested Developments for this week. Hopefully I won't get sick again, and I'll be back next week without a hat on to show off my nappy hair or jackets to show off my butt. Because, like, look, can you see, like, it's like little tits on the thing, like little nipples, and I what? I put it in the closet. I don't know why it does that. So I'm like, oh, I'll just put on a jacket. It doesn't look great or anything, but I can't be going around with this. I mean, what the fuck is that about? I don't know. All right. Anyway, did you see it? I think it picked up on the camera. Anyway, I am Mr. Dixon. This is Arrested Developments. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Boom, 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 boom. Bye.